prediction, all right? Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. May is played by Random Engineer. Random Engineer is on that team. Squad. Random Engineer is on... Okay, cool. I have it all correct. So, with that, we'll start the game, and I will start the Twitch prediction. Which team gets the second Dragonite? Get your predictions in. There's the draft, and we've loaded into Dragonshire, map number 1 in our second best of 3 of the day. We have Hard Stuck Support Group on the left-hand side and Macro Machines on the right. May, played by Random Engineer. Cactipus is going to be on the Artanis. Omar G is on the Vala. Yavdesi, I think is how you say it, on the Li Ming, and Smack Loud on the Lucio. Juke City on the Rexar for the side of Macro Machines. Ratzin on the Varian, Arcane on the Brightwing, Just Poet on the Chromie, Fritznick on the Rainer, and Misha, of course, as always, to play Misha. You got another minute or so to get your predictions in. Which team gets the second Dragonite of the game? As always, if there is no second Dragonite, you get your points back. It's such a minor thing, but I missed it. It's understandable. Artanis is an interesting pick. It's been a while since you've seen him outside of Battlefield of Eternity. I feel like with the change onto Protector of Ire, I feel like we see more Artanis on maps like this because of just how long you battle in the solo lane. I think it's just because of how much you sit here and brawl out. I will say this, though. I believe it's reactive parry at level 1. The block stacks are insane on the solo lane on this map, but we'll do our best to peek up there from time to time. Right now, the big engagement is going to be around the mid to bottom area where we have the constant back and forth between both these teams. A little bit of a penetrating round onto Random Engineer here, as this is going to be continued pressure through both lanes, double soaking out from both sides. Chromie did go into deep breathing at level 1, picking up more damage on her Dragon's Breath when she does hit heroes. I believe she has to hit 20 to be able to finish out that quest. Artanis can beat Rexar, but the lane is still Rexar favored. Absolutely.
Inherit the Dragon Knight's power and lay waste
Absolutely.
to the forsaken kingdom.
Alrighty. So, left side, Omar and friends will grab that. On the top lane, really quickly, we have the Artanis up on point. 3 stacks on his level 1 Protector of Fire. We got the Rainer and the Brightwing over here on the right-hand side, grabbing this Bruiser camp for the top lane. But bottom lane brawl still continues around the Siege Giants. Every map is an Artanis map, in your opinion? I mean, every map is a Cho'Gall map. But no one in CCL will play them, because they're all a bunch of cowards. Yeah, I said it. 30k, you're a bunch of cowards. I'm wearing one of their shirts today, so... I feel like that's fair. I wear their shirt, I can call them out, right? Anyways, a little bit of an experience gap starting to form in favor for the side of Macro Machines. Do you want to just check really quickly what's happening in this bottom lane when it comes to just wave pushing, as well as does May come in with any sort of icing to knock anyone into the blizzard? No, that's not the case. So we have Phase Shift from Brightwing going to be going out into the top lane. Oh, no, it's actually into mid. My apologies. I thought it was going to be into the top. A little bit of pressure onto Omar, who does have 4 stacks on the Puncturing Arrow level 1, increasing that damage by 6 every single time. And then keep in mind there's also the baseline scaling on top of that, so you're dealing quite a bit of damage. Right now, 24 extra damage to the 170, so 194 damage. But First Blood happens in bottom lane while we're checking some stats, and it will be onto the May in favor for the side of Macro Machines. I'm going to start a league where one team always has to pick Cho'Gall and the other has to pick Vikings. Boo, no Animal Husbandry. I feel like I have casted 1 game of Animal Husbandry in the last, like, 2 years. Oh, my apologies. Sorry, I'm missing some of these kills. They're all around the map. Just T-Tors left and right. But either way, Dragonite available. First one of the game over to the side of Macro Machines if they can get the channel. There is a dead Vala for the next 8 seconds. They could step up here on the side of our red crew. Misha with a massive charge through a couple enemies, but is not going to be able to set up any sort of kill. 7 Talontiers here. There's a Varian coming in for the taunt onto the Li Ming. Big damage coming in as well, and Chromie solidifies another kill for her team. Random Engineer being zoned back by Ratzin, and that will be one delay with the Snowblind from the Mei, but I don't think the Artanis can hold this top lane forever. Bottom lane, not even contested, but the double soak will continue from the side of Macro Machines, doing a great job of quite literally living up to the name, macroing around this map, getting good rotations, keeping up the experience, pushing into lanes, grabbing some of these camps, and here, as I said, we have the top lane back over the side of Rexxar Misha. Vala rotating up. We still have a couple members in mid lane to slow down any sort of potential channel onto the Dragonite, while this is going to be bottom lane, camp to be grabbed by the members of Macro Machines. But in top lane, with the rotation from Vala, Rexxar Misha do go down. That will be the first kill over the side of the hard stuck support group. Right? Hard stuck support group? Yes. Mei comes in with a little icing right there. Random Engineer, not just just playing it safe. I don't think they were looking for any sort of major setup, but 10 Talonteers, though, looming to the side of Macro Machines with just their constant pressure they've applied on the map. And let's go ahead and actually cycle through some of the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like, and see where this experience deficit is starting to form, as neither team has gotten a Dragonite just yet. It's objectively the best talent in the game. Well, I think your objective statement is very subjective. Got him. Wrecked him. Got him. How's it feel to get so wrecked, Lava? Let's see, experience def is a little bit in heroic, a little bit mercenaries, somewhat in minions. So it's just this, you know, it's heroes, mercenaries, minions, and a little bit from that structure, with the solid level lead to the side of Macro Machines, as well as their 10 talent tiers. We got that taunt from Varian already from level 4. Misha, Rexxar are going to be going for the Boars. Chromie, Temporal Loop, she's already had that for a little bit. And Raynor goes in for the Raider, going to have that extra sustained damage, and also you can utilize it for some scouting, as this is Random Engineer having to use the icing to get away. But first Dragonite of the game goes over to the side of our red team. Go home, everyone. Baja won the internet today with that one. Got him. Burned him. Would you like some aloe vera for that burn? I got tons. I'm a ginger. Anyway, sorry. Dragonite, first one is going to find the fort front gate through mid. Ratzin already moving into bottom lane to start pushing up the wave. Lucio to try and start defending. We got Li Ming down here as well, throwing some big balls over the wall. Does land onto 2. She actually has arcane build right, or excuse me, arcane ore build right now. Vala going for the strafe, but gets taunted by the Varian, which stops that strafe from continuing to happen. Dragonite gets a kick onto the Mei. The fort through bottom lane getting low. Just Poet getting pushed around. That should be a kill, as Brightwing cannot get the blink heal in time. Ice Wall comes out from Mei a little too late, unfortunately. And the rest of the members of Macro Machines back away with the hard stuck support group, able to defend bottom lane fort as it sits at a solid 5% HP, 1,992 out of around 15,000. Top lane once again, 54 stacks on the Artanis, 9 for the Rexxar Misha, and 16 on the Chromie's level 1 Deep Breathing, 4 more to go. This is a tough one to watch. Why is that? There's always something we can learn from our failures, or even our gameplay. I call it failures because that's how I see myself whenever I play the game. I have had some bad Storm League games. I actually should go back and watch like what I'm doing wrong in my Storm League games, because man, I've had back-to-back weeks of just bad plays, bad positioning. You know what I should do? I should call up Justin and we should do a review series where it's where did Bahamut go wrong, and Justin can just sit there and be like, why were you here? Why did you position this way? Why are you so far away from your team? You can't solo kill them as Muradin. Holy shit, you did that. Yeah, I don't know, like it's always I remember I watched the same friend that I talked about earlier, Hedgie. I watched a Dahaka game with him, and he asked me so many questions, like, it made me think about like a lot of the things that I was doing on Dahaka. Like, he was just like, why'd you brush talk here? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, You could have just waddled into lane. I was just like, you're right. I don't know why I brush stalked there. So it's just little things like that we can always look at. But either way, Arcane is going to be able to blink around. Varian comes in with the taunt. A lot of damage onto Omar. And that is going to be a nice rotation from the bottom lane. Now, I do want to point out, in bottom, we do have these Siege Giants, which are outranging the fort. And we'll see if the members of Macro Machines respond to this. Actually, it looks like Rainer's being sent to it. Second Dragon Knight of the game is going to be up and available soon. With the death onto Vala, Ratson's in position. This might be a Dragon Knight, second one of the game, over to the side of Macro Machines. We're going to have to see what happens here as Varian's in lane for the channel, and there's the second Dragon Knight of the game going over to the side of Macro Machines. Rio made a pretty in-depth video on self-coaching. Yeah, but Rio likes Phoenix or something like that, so I don't know if I can believe anything he says. My thoughts when playing HOTS. No thoughts. Head empty. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? That's me snowboarding. I'll be going 50 miles an hour down a hill and just like, it's literally, my brain is just empty. It's weird. It's very, very therapeutic, at least for me. So anyways, choose outcome. Which team gets the second Dragon Knight? It was Macro Machines. Gonna pay out that bet before I do forget. And this will be 3 to 5 in kills, 14 to 15 in our levels. Bye. Oh my god. Just the Bush step up from that one. Insane. Just not even able to press any buttons. I think Mei might have actually still had Cryo Freeze off a cooldown, and yes, I believe she did. Phoenix looks pretty good in Miami. That's because there's only one person that can relatively play him, and that's Got Phil. Oh, hey, no thoughts, empty head. That's me. I think that's a lot of us. Not wearing CCL clothes? I mean, that is probably the reason that I am losing a lot of my games. Couldn't hit your D, hard stun. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to hit your D when you're playing Heroes of Storm. You gotta keep your hands on the keyboard. You don't want to smash your D, you know, too hard. Vala, Li Ming do go down in the bottom lane. The siege does continue as we do have a little bit of pressure through the top from the Artanis, just trying to make something happen in this lane, pick up some experience, maybe even find a kill, but more hard siege through the bottom in favor of Macro Machines. And as I mentioned, they have that that Rainer's Raider coming through, and that does supply some decent sustained damage as well. That Banshee, coming through and just continually applying some nice range damage. What is the Banshee range, actually? I don't know off the top of my head, and I'm a little curious. Does it outrange structures by any means? It is a range of 6.5, so no. Meanwhile, in top lane, Brightwing does phase shift up and does find the kill into the Artanis, and now Chromie getting the decent damage onto the Li Ming. There's a Cryo Freeze now from Random Engineer trying to back away. Will Random Engineer get away? There, no. Good charge from the Varian coming through. Did he go into the charge at level 10? Yes, he did. So he's got a 4-second cooldown on his E, and this is looking like they're going core. 3 are dead for the next anywhere from 10 to 26 seconds. Rex Armisha still holding top lane, and this is going to be a shred through the core in favor for the side of Macro Machines. They take game number 1 in our second best of 3 of the day. GG. GG. Well played. Automod hates you? Well, my mods don't do anything here. Bandit, stop that. You keep rubbing your paws like that, Bandit, you're gonna get a cone, and you're gonna hate it more. Telling you now, bud. Alrighty, well, that was the first map. We have 1 hour, by the way, until we get into our, oh boy, what is it? Come on, brain. Nintendo Direct. 1 hour until the Nintendo Direct we're gonna watch. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's good. Let's go ahead and update these scores, and let's get into our next map, everybody. So, map number 2. Let's go ahead and get this all loaded up. I do stuff here, making bad jokes among other things, currently distracted by shooty stuff. Well, how dare you? How dare you get distracted, Kalis? How dare you? Okay, if I'm not mistaken, let me check something. If I'm not mistaken, we have a fun prediction for this game. Yep. Okay, we have a fun prediction for this game. I hope you're all ready. I hope you are all ready. I think I updated the wrong score as well. There we go. Spinny, shooty, distracting shot. Exactly, yes. Then tell Automod it was a joke. Automod on Twitch is useless. I don't know why I have it enabled, to be honest. It literally catches the most useless stuff. So, start prediction. Will KT finish convection? Yes. Level 1 done. No. Level 1 not complete. Alrighty. Hello, quick question, because I don't know how to fix this on my capture card. Well, I'm not tech support, so don't randomly DM me. Alrighty. Does Kael'thas finish convection? We have a convection game. We have a convection game, ladies and gentlemen. Convection will be the pickup here for the Kael'thas. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start things out, and let's go ahead and jump on into map number 2 in our second best of 3 of the day. Let's go ahead and get that going here. Let's get that prediction going as well. 2 minutes. Does Kael'thas finish convection? Does Kael'thas finish convection? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Get your Twitch predictions in. There is the draft from both sides.
Systems online in 10 seconds.
Alrighty. Twitch
5,
prediction time.
4, 3, 2, 1. Gates open.
Time for action.
Alrighty. 4K on no. There you go. Immediately. Alright, Kael'thas. Let's pick convection. Gravity lapse. 1 ding. 1 ding. You will always bet against convection. What's up, Stark? By the way, Stark, the code for tonight's already been updated. Chest Looter sent it over. So, exclamation point code, exclamation point bingo. Hook out from the stitches onto Ratzin. Kael'thas. Oh, no, the grenade from Tyke is a little anti-synergistic there. This board looks rough. Why not just choose an easier board? Is that, like, not something you guys do? Or do you just, what, you YOLO once and that's about it? Another Artanis versus Misha for the solo on the Braxis holdout map here, but look at the rotation coming into top lane. They want to kill this Artanis really quickly, but can Ratzin and Vala do this? Oh, actually, Artanis, if he gets a swap, that might be exactly what he needs. Hold on. They're waiting for the swap. They're waiting for Blade Dash swap to happen here. Okay, Murden lands the Stormbolt. Vala goes in for some decent damage. There's the swap from Artanis, puts him on a better side. Goes out for the Blade Dash, and Ratzin takes a bit of damage. Over on the left-hand side, on the bottom of our screen, we do have the Kael'thas still working through those convection stacks at 1 currently. Because we're not quitters, chess gives us the board, and that's the board. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you had like a game plan sort of thing, like, okay, we need to get an optimal board for us. Let's see, 9K on yes, 7.1K on no. All right, I'll take some decent predictions, some decent gambling, chat. Every board is optimal. That's fair. That's fair. I'm not a reroller. The bingo gods smile or they don't. Okay. Best of luck. Best of luck to you all tonight. I'll see you in roughly 4.5 hours. And in roughly 1 hour, we're gonna be doing the. We're gonna be taking a look at the Nintendo Direct. 4 possible solutions. Nice. Okay. So 4 is already here to the side of Macro Machines. We have the Kael'thas getting some Living Bomb damage out onto a few enemies, as well as forcing the Murden back. We have 4 stacks on Convection for the Kael'thas, and this is now going to be smack loud on that Stitches, just trying to anchor on the point, forcing back the Vala. Does get the slow with the slam. Omar taking a bit of damage as well. Grenade from the Lieutenant Morales to build up some more energy as well. 4 Talonteers on both sides. Vala just trying to throw out some Hungering Arrows. Does have the Vault reset. Almost gets hit with the hook. Shockwave from Tassadar did go into the static charge from level 1, so got 35 stacks on that one. A lot of questing talents in this game right now, so we also do have the Hunter-Gatherers. Yeah, the Hunter-Gatherer for the Rex Armisha in the top lane. A lot of Regeneration Globes, as you also have the Regeneration Globe spawner up in that top lane. Hook out from Stitches. Man, if there was a Gorge available, I know we're 5 levels shy, but if there was a Gorge, that would have been a dead Vala. But not the case, and we continue to see Kael'thas a quarter way through his level 1 stacks, applying some Living Bomb to force back Tassadar, and bottom lane goes back over to the side of hard stuck support group. Just peeking up into top lane to see what's going to happen up there. Little blade dash swap attempt doesn't connect. Tassadar with a little Sonic Storm on the ground, and we just continue to sit around and wait. Another hook out from Stitches, threading the needle between the Rhaegar and Vala. It looks like Murden has rotated down here as well. Gets the Stormbolt out, but I don't think it connected onto anyone. Massive gravity lapse. There is going to be another stack for the Kael'thas right there. Random Engineer stuck against the Force Wall, but no one's able to dive onto the Kael'thas. Everything's being thrown onto the Stitches. As Ratson's very low, Living Bomb will go over to the Vala. She backs away, making sure she doesn't spread it. That does allow Omar to get some decent damage. A grenade out from Tychus, not connecting. A lot of grenades in this game. Just peeking up against Juke City versus Cactopus, and it seems like it's just going to be even matchup for the time being. Tychus poking out as well. I'm just waiting to see what the engagement actually pops off at. Tychus also did go into the Master Assassin, so he's got that extra 10% attack speed, but we'll see if he can get the 15 takedowns, which will be really big for the bonus damage, because you don't get that until you finish out the actual stacks. Hungering Arrow, does it bounce to the... Oh my god, Omar doesn't get the bounce. And Kael'thas gonna hearth back for full mana and HP, 9 stacks on Convection, with the objective channeling to the side of Macro Machines. Alright, once again we have Macro Machines getting the channel again, and this will be the first Zerg wave over to our red team. 24% on the blue, 100% on the red. Gravity Lapse goes out, won't connect. Stitches did go into the Gambit at level 7. He does have the Savor the Flavor. No, Second Helping, excuse me. Savor the Flavor, I believe, is the level 1. And so we'll see if he is able to continue. Oh, God, no, you don't want to pick that up and immediately die. Oh, the body blocking's too good, and Stitches will go down. A fantastic Force Wall as well. And actually, that is going to be first blood to the side of Macro Machines. I'm actually really surprised that they were able to land that right there. Great body blocking, great Force Wall from Just Poet as well. And the Zerg wave coming through. Those Banelings deal quite a bit of damage. I believe it's actually 1.5 times or 1.25 damage into excuse me. It's 1.25 into heroes, if I'm not mistaken. Vala continuing to build up her level 1, 22 stacks already. Quite a bit of extra damage on her Q, that Hungering Arrow. Hook in from the Stitches, and that will be Tychus setting up the kill. Stitches back in the mix, and I think this is going to be an easy clear as Kael'thas has 13 stacks on his Convection. Looking good. The pacing is looking good to finish stacks, but you never know. A big dive, that could spell demise.
Zerg threat eliminated.
Oh, thank goodness. We live another day.
All right. Oh, Artanis actually gets stunned as he's going for the blade dash right there. Vala continuing to throw in damage as well. Tassadar's Siege and heroic damage looking pretty good, actually quite up there, 24,000 nearly, as we actually see the experience breakdown right now, and you can kind of see there's about a 2,000 experience deficit. Minions and passive, actually. Minions, passive, and a little bit from structures going over to the side of Macro Machines. Haymaker Muradin, wow. Ratson going for the playmaker with the Haymaker on the Muradin, so we'll see how that's going to be utilized around the objective phase. And I think we're going to be seeing our solo laners swap lanes, so it's going to be solo into bottom, core 4 into top. Nothing else really of note when it comes to 10s. Maybe the Black Hole from Tassadar, but I'm not too opposed to that. I actually think Black Hole gets quite a bit of value, as much as we kind of meme about it. If you get a Black Hole into a corridor, it's very, very powerful. Kael'Thas going to be just making sure he rotates into top lane to try and push back the enemies. Another stack, 15 stacks for the Kael'Thas. The believers starting to count their bucks, but the doubters, they're just praying for a dive. Black Hole from Tassadar, that's the corridor I was talking about right there, and Kael'Thas is going to be pushed around from that one. We have the Future Bailout from the Stitches. This is a lot of damage into Muradin, who does go down, and Sister Healing will be used onto Arcane and the backline. That's a lot of damage onto Lieutenant Morales. She is getting low, but does not go down. It's Misha to fall. Hook out from Stitches will not connect. Muradin sitting at a death timer of about 10 seconds. Misha respawning soon. Bottom lane has a massive wave pushed up. Things need to be dealt with, but oh my god, they're going boss. All right, they're going boss. Will Misha, Rexar, Vala be able to steal this away? I'm not 100% sure. Misha's on the point. Rain of Vengeance out from Vala. Still contested point. Muradin comes in. Haymaker off a cooldown, but they're not available in time. It is still going to be the boss over to the side of hard stuck support group, and Kael'Thas picks up one more stack. He's 2 away from finishing out Convection. Mel. Oh, Vala, be careful there. So Zergwave will go over to the side right now to Macro Machines. A little surprising that they're able to deal with boss and get the channel onto all of the Stitches. Going to be respawning, already losing 2 stacks on his second helping. So he's going to be down to 6%? 15... Yeah, 6%. No, 9%. I can math. I need to know if he finishes Convection before I go to work. Well... He's got 1 stack to go. Kael'Thas has 1 stack on Convection to go. Will he finish? Well. Yeah, I have been saying well a lot today, honestly. Alright, so all heroics are for cooldown. Is this the stack he needs? No, he doesn't get it. Tychus snipes the kill at the last second. The fight will continue, though. They chase out onto Arcane, who does pop the Ancestor Heal on themselves. This is going to be Ratson backing away. There's going to be a stim drone onto the Tychus. Arcane, that is not your core, and there is going to be a Artanis to solidify the last little bit of damage. Kael'Thas, 1 stack away from finishing Convection. Surely he won't lose it now. I mean, I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible. I mean, we saw Stitches go down in front of his own front gate, so it's definitely doable, but... Alrighty. Zergwave defended. Top lane forward, I think, already falling before this, but either way, this is going to be mapped slowly but surely opening up for the side of Macro Machines.
Zergwave defeated. Resetting pens as per protocol.
More pushing through the bottom lane. I am seriously just like, I think we're all just staring at random engineer. No pressure, bud. No pressure. Good mount, I will say that. Do like the mount. Oh, mount synergy from the, oh, well, Omar, come on, bud. Omar, I thought you believed in mount synergy. Swap from Artanis on to Misha. Sorry, I thought someone was at my front door. It's a squirrel. I have one of those Ring doorbells, so the squirrels that run by because there's so much snow, like, trigger it. Anyway, sorry. Random facts aside. No Convection finish by Kael'Thas. This is actually really, really tense. We did. He forgot to set his mount. He had been, just unfortunate, Omar. Around what rank is this? Exclamation point NGS MMR. How you doing, Joy? I don't know off the top of my head, but the exclamation point NGS MMR command will give you the average MMR for each division. Boars unleashed by Rexar. We are going to be seeing Convection finished up by the Kael'thas. Time to feed Kael'thas, but he's not going to be doing that exactly right now. He's going to be turning around onto Tassadar, finding the kill. This is Ratson, a little bit low. Is able to dwarf launch away or toss away. Doesn't matter. Holy crap, Tychus is just shredding with the stim from the Lieutenant Morales. So there you go. Yeah, stim drunk. I always mix up her and Ana for some reason. Choose outcome. Will convince. Yeah, Convection is done. Level 1 is done. Convection believers, you have been paid. Time to work out. See you guys in a few hours. Enjoy the Nintendo Direct and bingo. Oh, thank you so much, Raz. Have a good workout. Thanks for swinging by. Thanks for hanging out as always. I got you guys. I mean, honestly, I think doubting was a valuable thing as well. I think it was reasonable because like it's Brax's holdout. It's a small map. Like I definitely think getting killed before that is definitely doable or plausible. But either way, the fight breaks out in bottom lane. Phoenix, Reign of Vengeance, Boars, Commandeer, Odin, Black Hole. It's all out on the battleground. The charge is still going over to the side of Macro Machine. Smack Loud, I believe is the name, was going to be going down right there. Stitch is losing another Gambit stack, only at 6% right now, if biting an enemy here at full health. Oh, this Artanis is going to go down as well. The Zerg wave continues, and the Zerg wave will be into bottom lane. Top lane might need to be cleared up by Rexar Misha, but I think they could just hard press with the rest of the team through bottom. What's up, Bloody? As a reminder, we're going to do the Nintendo Direct in about 45 minutes. Zerg wave through bottom. Vala continuing to put pressure. That's a great hook, but the side of the structure actually blocks Vala from getting pulled too far. Cleanse still goes out. There's going to be the stim onto Tychus to just try and clear the wave a little bit faster, and is going to help, but the keep still will fall. Tassadar, Rexar top lane to clear out the wave. And I think it's going to be a play for double keep, but they don't have a minion wave here, so they're going to have to tank this damage themselves on the side of Macro Machines. It actually just might be a fort front gate to go, a keep front gate to go down. We'll see here if they continue to press in through said top lane. Rexar Misha, did they finish their level 1? No, they're 2 stacks away from finishing, the level 4. Murden, Dwarf tosses away. That's going to be a blind from the Artanis. Putrid Bile out from the Stitches, blocking the Misha. Boars unleashed as well, which are going to slow down the enemy from chasing in further. Lieutenant Morales with a grenade to go out. Misha will fall, but it's going to be the members of Macro Machines able to back away, only losing their Misha, which is a quarter death. I didn't expect you to see you casting D. That's exciting, or E for that matter. Why is that?
Burn, baby, burn.
7-4 in our kills. Boss is up and available. They're waiting around for camp. This is a little bit of a long wait, but realistically, there's nothing for them to do on the map besides clear out bottom lane that's already pressed in. So I think this is actually fine just to wait around for. I don't think you could go boss, and since there's so many showing in top lane, like we can actually get the Rexar vision right now. Since there's so many showing in top lane, there's no threat of like a boss steal, so they know that they can easily do this and wait around. So there's enough information for the members of Macro Machines. Now here, maybe it's like, okay, maybe they're going boss, but you can already see Vala and the rest were just checking immediately to boss after grabbing the bottom lane camp. People's champion. Alrighty, so Gambit's at 280 for the Tassadar. Murden is dwarf build, or launch build, which I really like actually. I personally, this is the build I go into, except I go for Sledgehammer at level 4 personally, but it doesn't. I think 4 is a very, very like not contested, I don't think is the right word, but I think there's a lot of variety at level 4. Vala and the rest are able to shred through the boss. Misha does have the anchoring on the left-hand side of the screen, so that's an easy boss to go into top lane, which is the more well-defended lane, so boss will go there. But also, keep in mind, Zerg Pens will be available for contest or channeling. I guess the beacons will be up and available for channeling in the next 0 seconds. The pens could be filling up quite quickly. Ooh, hook out from Stitches. There's going to be a Stormbolt into Smackloud. That's a Gravity Lapse as well. There's a blind out from the Artanis. Ancestral Healing will be coming through. Phoenix on the ground as well. Smackloud popping that Putrid Bile. Commandeer Odin with the Stim is going to be coming through, and Arcane will be traded for the Lieutenant Morales, but a wonderful black hole locks Omar against the wall. Stitches on the left-hand side will go down. Only one stack of Gambit available. Boss still pushing into top lane. That's a Stormbolt into the face of Kael'thas. He does go down, and it's looking like it's going to be a solid pentakill. Over to the side of Macro Machines, Misha body blocking, Tassadar Force Wall. The wave will be coming through top, but it's already the members of Macro Machines rushing to core as they have found a solid
Pentakill.
and they move to core, and they're looking to close out series in a 2-0, and they should be able to do that with this entire core damage as well as the Zerg wave coming through. GG's! Well played. Hey, Jules, I can tell you right here.